التقدم الآن.
Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Oh yeah, that's the kind of stuff we don't want to see happening over there in Iraq. Civil unrest. Not just civil unrest, but people with firearms causing civil unrest. Before I get into this, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, and now's the time to buy the shine. It's on sale. Go over to our friends there at Money Metals Exchange. First time buyers, if you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Let's go back and take a quick review of this video, because there's a couple of things I want to point out. It's hard for me not do so. So before I even play the videos, dear Iraqi people, if you're having a shootout with an opponent, an enemy, whatever you want to call them, make sure that the clothes that you wear blend in with the terrain. If the terrain is kind of off whitish or gray, don't wear black, because you stand out like a sore thumb. But more importantly, don't be this guy here. No. Excuse me there, Sparky. You stand out. What the hell is up with my brother here in orange? He is begging to be hit with a bullet. As a matter of fact, in a couple of seconds here, you're going to hear sniper shots. If I was over there and I was a sniper, I could not resist. This guy stands out like a sore thumb. Not only is he sporting orange that screams to me, shoot me, but he has on a black pants against a very off-whitish background.
صار تقدم الآن.
Oh yeah, I couldn't resist. Second point I want to make to my Iraqi brothers. What the hell are you wasting your ammo on? What are you shooting at? If the enemy is over on the other side, or the opponents, and it looks like there's a person here that are shooting in this direction. If that is the case, somebody yell to our friends here on this side and here to get the F out of the way. Why are they standing on the side of the road watching this as if it's a local shooting competition? It makes no sense. So either this is staged in some kind of way, and these people are just wasting bullets, or these people are terrible at war games. What the heck is up with this flag? If I didn't know any better, and I'm not sure 100%, Maybe our friend over there, Nader from the Middle East, can tell me. This looks like an ISIS flag. I might be wrong. Yes, nothing screams out like I want to get shot by a bullet. Like a bunch of people gathered on both sides of idiots with guns shooting at a possible enemy who's going to shoot back. And I'm not going to shoot at the guy with the gun. If I was the enemy, I'd spray on either side of the person shooting the gun because I would have better odds of hitting people. I'm not sure what's going on, but this is definitely one of the most stupidest things I've seen. So what's the latest and the greatest? White smoke appears from Rebel. Soleil is out as a presidential competition? Yeah, I don't know about that. Let me tell you why. So the Kurdistan Democratic Party announced on Friday the existence of a preliminary agreement with the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan to replace its candidate for presidency of the Republic, Burham Saleh, indicating that the next president will be of consensus as soon as the Shiite crisis ends. First of all, I don't know when the hell that's going to end. I've heard so many rumors about it ending. We need to go to early elections. Says the leader of the party, Karim, said in an interview to the news that there is an implicit agreement with the National Union to change Burham Saleh and choose a compromise candidate. Now, think about what they're saying here. It says to change Burham Saleh and choose a compromise candidate. It's just when I heard the word compromise, it does run through your head that this person is corrupt. So I don't know. It just grabbed my attention that way. So anyways, it says, and choose a compromise candidate for the presidency in the event that it is agreed to hold the parliament session. Here's the part that caught my attention. He added, we insist not to pass Burham Saleh to run the presidency in the next stage, but everything is possible in politics. We are waiting for whether we will go to elect the president of the republic and assign the prime minister, or are we heading to dissolve the parliament? Now, this was reported by those who are on the side of the coordinating framework. And we know that several times they've reported one thing, only to find out later on that nobody has actually agreed to what they're saying. So give it a little time to see if indeed there is any type of agreement in which Burham Saleh will not be the candidate. Recently, it was brought to my attention this video here by Monkey Werx. Monkey Werx does bring something up that I think people should listen to. I said this before, but sometimes I bring it to your attention when somebody else says it so that you can see for yourself that I'm not the only one that thinks this way. Let's listen to Monkey Werx and what he has to say about what's going on in Iraq.
It's 8/29/2022, and we're going to jump over here to our board because we got some breaking news going on. Just a little heads up. It looks like al-Sadr, or however you pronounce his name, supporters stormed the green zone after he quits. So it looks like we've got yet another government collapse. Now, keep in mind, we've just watched Sri Lanka. We're watching Bangladesh in the process. We're watching several parts of Africa in terms of that continent having a lot of issues on governments and coups and things like that. We've got the Japan government that just shuttered their whole system, and then you've got Boris and the UK. You've got Italy. These are just continuing to happen. If you get over to
So Monkey Werx is bringing up something I spoke about. It's kind of weird how governments around the world, there are people starting to rise up against them and overthrow the governments. In the beginning, I was cheering this on, and I still do cheer it on, but there's a part of me that can't help but feel this is part of a bigger plan. So I did go to the World Economic Forum, and I thought, oh God, what they want to do is approach people and say, look, you can't trust your governments are corrupt, therefore we need a one world government. That's what I was thinking. I mentioned it a few times in videos. I'm not the only one who spotted this.
just remember, as a reminder, if you look at the Great Reset, just use center of the picture there, climate action failure. But if you go to the right, what do we have both above and below that? Actually, directly beside it and below it, global governance failure, and then national governance failure. This means they're kind of shocking to think this is part of their equation, but it is, right? And so
It is. Remember, I did a video showing you guys that they are demanding that every country implement and comply with and make sure is in full operational what is known as e-governance, one world government. It's a group of bureaucrats that will decide policies and procedures for countries around the world. They will then relay to our so-called elected officials what it is they want to be implemented as policies and procedures or passed as laws, and then they do it. As long as it continues to give people the illusion of freedom of choice.
So as these governments fold, if they can't get reestablished, that just puts us closer and closer to somebody stepping in and saying, hey, we need one world leader, as we've always been pushing, because these governments need somehow, they're going to need the support. So
my thing is this: if you look at this layout, that means everything is planned. Every single part of it is planned. Okay? Everything is planned. Why would they have this on here? Failure, 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 unless they knew this was going to happen. This is why it's important for us to pay attention to this kind of thing. I have to admit, I am pumped that Monkey Werx is talking about this. And he's definitely a guy I'd like to pick at his brain. I'd love to have him on my show so that him and I could do a show together and we could talk about these subjects. If anybody knows Monkey Werx, let word out. I surely would appreciate it.
But let's get over here to some pictures. I will just show you on the evac side of the house. My understanding is that the U.S. Embassy is actually in the process of being evacuated. And these are pictures that were shared with me based on that intel. You can see we got a banana copter rolling right in there, aka the Chinook.
So Monkey's covering something I have spoken about. You guys know this. I can't help but notice that governments around the world are being overthrown. I mentioned that just a little while ago. But if some reason the people are ready and capable of overthrowing their government and taking control of each of their countries, region, whatever it is, there's a couple of things I think people need to be paying attention to. One is, as you try to reorganize, rebuild your country, make sure that the people that are in your way, that are causing the most problems, aren't there by the World Economic Forum or our intelligence agencies to continue the chaos. You see, the whole goal is to get you guys in all countries so caught in chaos, so desperate that you would be willing to accept the devil's one world government. The World Economic Forum's one world government. That's why it's important now that we come together as a community and start figuring out, what if? I'd rather be overprepared and wrong than caught off guard and unorganized and total chaos. Just so you don't think I'm going crazy and losing my mind, video: Baghdad hosts the first cybersecurity exhibition of its kind. This is exactly what has been done in many countries organized by the World Economic Forum. You can already see that the World Economic Forum is going to use fear to try to push us in the direction that they want us to go into. Every country is going to say, I don't want terrorism. I don't want a corrupt government. I don't want to starve to death. I don't want anybody attacking me on the web, which is exactly what they want. They're the ones causing their problem, then offering a solution. The Iraqi authorities announced on Thursday the capital of Baghdad will host a cybersecurity and counterterrorism exhibition, the first of its kind in the Middle East and North Africa. I cannot stress this enough, my brothers and sisters out there in the Middle East and North Africa, how much you must protest this and resist this. This is just their excuse to push on us what is known as smart cities. 100%, 24 hours a day, observation. An official told the news under the patronage of the Prime Minister Al-Kadhimi. I love how they do it. It's patriotic if you do this. No. Don't fall for this kind of stuff. This isn't patriotic. This violates our privacy rights on a level that's unheard of. Anyways, this is under the patronage of Al-Qademi, under the supervision of the National Security Advisory, and with the support of the Anti-Terrorism Service and Anti-Terrorism Special Operations and Cyber Security Exhibition. Remember what Benjamin Franklin said: those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. We should never, ever, 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 ever sacrifice our rights and protection in the name of security. And that's exactly what this is. This should be a surprise to no one. Remember, the Supreme Court Justice, or I should say the Superior Judicial Chief in Iraq, is friends with Maliki. So when you turn to the courts to ask them to dissolve Parliament in order for them to hold early election, it's not hard to figure out that the courts are most likely going to side with whatever it is that Maliki wants. Maliki does not want early elections. So you can see here that the Supreme Judiciary courts are kicking the can down the road. All the other articles are pretty much the same thing. There's an impasse. There's chaos all over. It's not just in Iraq, people. It's around the world. This is by design. This is part of the New World Order. For those of you who are Christians, the Bible speaks about wars and rumors of wars. If you want to call this the end times, call it what you want, whether you agree with it or not. It is being managed and staged and implemented for a reason. They want us to believe that we can never trust our elected officials again anywhere in the world. Therefore, it's important for a bureaucrat to be the ultimate say-so of what happens everywhere. So they want chaos, and here it comes. On top of so-called climate change, water shortages, food shortages, you guys seen the map that Monkey Werx posted. This isn't a lot to do about the dinar, but it is. Unless we get rid of the bigger problem and whatever it is that's destabilizing countries around the world, you can't expect a whole lot to happen to currencies unless this thing really starts to fall apart. I think before we focus on currencies, we should probably pay closer attention to what's happening to our local governments. So it does no good to sit around all day waiting for the numbers on the back screen, 800 numbers, redemption centers, military people to watch the currency exchange, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, whatever other BS these people are lying to you about. It's not real, it's all BS. If we cannot get a stable government with a stable economy into any country, you're not going to see any kind of major exchange rate change happen, unfortunately. Let me know what you think. I look forward to it. That's it for now. I'm out.